Okay, so now we're into orange belt, and we're going to be working on what we call yellow belt line drill, orange belt line drill. I don't know why I said yellow belt, but orange belt line drill. Okay, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with our block set. In our block set, we start off with our left foot forward, and we go inward, outward, and we use that defensive triangle to let our last block continue now into a double downward, which is going to lead and continue up into an inward, upward. Okay, guard position again, and we inward, outward, double downward, and inward, upward. Okay. And I'll show you what's going to happen on this. This is basically a zoning, and it's also a good drill to help set up things. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. If John throws that punch in and I'm on the inside, say for instance, and I go right this way, I know that that punch may be possibly coming, sure enough, it'll probably just come right up towards my head, okay? And sometimes we just react off of things, meaning that we don't put ourselves in the best position right off the start. Well, we need to know how to move around and maneuver. And this is where orange belt line drill block set comes into play. Is that if I'm here, if he comes in with that strike, sure, I could block it. I could do something like that. Or I could just simply, when that punch is coming in, I just zone. I just zone out of the way. And if you notice, there's my double down. If I continue with this motion, it could tie up things, okay? Not that it was intended to do that, but you can see how this continuation of motion is allowing things, breakage, okay? So again, if I'm on the inside and I go like this and I let this pass, I move my feet and I'm set on up this way, you can see right now we're in position for hubad. We got to move a little bit so we can get a better end here, right there. Let's see, try that, okay? So again, we're in this way, okay? And I say I'm positioning. You can see I'm in a hubad position, or I could continue with this. I can continue with these three blocks, learning how to move from one block to the next, because these blocks aren't just blocks, they're strikings, okay? And you can see how off center he is right now with this motion. This is real easy for me when I'm in this motion to just basically, all right, to basically just take him off of his balance because of the body positioning that I'm doing. If I'm on the outside this way, I might want to zone my positioning this way, as you can see. Again, I have that motion. I'm keeping him away. It's going to be harder for him to hit me with that backhand, but if he does try to hit me with the backhand, it's real simple for me to take away from things, okay? So it's inside-outside block set, and that's how we kind of want to look at it as, is that we can maneuver around the body and put ourselves in different positions to be able to manipulate him. What we're going to do is jump right into strike set, okay? In strike set, we start on off, punch comes on in, and we do our traditional hubad, okay? So we're in that hubad pattern just like this. If you remember in kata earth, which in yellow belt, we talked about block off of this hubad pattern and shooting in with that punch, okay? We talked about swinging this arm around and shooting that kick in, whether it's towards this leg or towards the body or towards the face, whatever we choose to do. Same kind of concept again on this one, okay? Is that while I'm going for this outward, I might as well, boom, bury that, you okay? Mm-hmm. Bury that fist right into the ribs right from there, okay? And as I do that, I'm already in alignment, meaning that I know I'm not pointing, but if I was pointing, I already know which direction I need to go to for this next follow-up, which in this case, in orange belt line drill, is an elbow right to the ribs. So as I'm trying to maybe get away from him, I might as well light him up, okay? You notice where my leg is. You see how my legs are bent? They're not in that traditional horse stance where if he lifts up his knee, he can nail me right in the groin. My stance is more like this type of a motion, like a short softball, because what I do is I crowd him and I stop my legs up on him, okay? Then I'm kind of stopping his motion. If you notice, as I'm pushing in, his hips actually moving away, so it's harder for him to kick from these positions. And it's easy for me to guide if he does lift up his knee, try to do that. It's easy for me to kind of move him where I want him to be because I'm on him and I got him in a weird position for him, okay? So again, punch comes on in and I block and I shoot him with this elbow. You see where that leg is right there? I'm going to sneak around his body, this elbow, and hammer. It's like a hammer fist, but in reality, I'm passing through and I'm going to hit this leg. Now, mind you, I'm not hitting the kneecap. I'm going to the inner part of his thigh right here, okay? This is what's going to cause him to move. His kneecap could buckle up, and it could cause him to fall backwards, okay? I don't want that to happen on it, or I can smash into his shin against shin. If anybody's ever done it, it's not a fun thing to do. So when I'm done and I get this elbow in and I turn it this way, I'm going to just go through it into a full bow stance though, okay? So as I'm passing, I'm going to move into a bow stance. This is going to cause him to drop behind me, okay? So again, we're right here with this punch. I go one, I got the punch this way. I blast this elbow in, this hand comes through, and I'm going through as I'm basically stepping away. And you can see there is no stuttering in there. There is no stopping. I'm only stopping right now just so you can be able to translate it and be able to see things and kind of pick up on it so you can remember it and be able to do it when we get back into class or just on your own right now. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about orange belt kick set. Now, like we did last time on yellow belt, actually, we're not going to do that right now, are we? Okay? You know what? I was going to do the line drill, and I'm already in the sparring set. So I am in advanced orange belt. You know what? I'm not even redoing this video. Let's go right into advanced orange right now, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have John back, his right leg back, okay? He's going to start off with his kick set. Here's the first sparring set out of this kick set, okay? And it's going to go wheel kick, spinning rear kick, spinning outside crescent, and shuffle snap. And I'm only staying here because we're already out of the range, okay? All right, now if you notice, that's a pretty cool kicking set. So if he's moved back again, right from there, let's say, and he's got me on the chase, and he's going wheel kick, boom, spinning rear kick, boom. If I keep on moving backwards, boom, and then boom, he's right on in with that snap kick, okay? When I put these kick sets together and stuff like that, it's just basically off of my inspiration, off of my Taekwondo days. I'm very proud of that black belt, my first one, but it was a good system all the way through. One of the things that I loved about when you were doing kicking wasn't just not to throw one kick or two kicks, but you keep kicking. If that's what you are, if you're a kicker, you keep kicking until you get your point or you get your technique done. You actually make connection on it. And then once you make connection, then it's open for you to continue to do whatever you want to do. So instead of learning this simple snap kick combination, we like to put things together a little bit. So here's where we are. So we're going to go like this. So first thing is going to be our wheel kick. And we're going to block it with that traditional Chinese L block, okay? When he comes on in with his spinning rear, I'm slipping off to the side again. Same way that I did when he did that crossing rear kick. Same angle as what I did in yellow belt. When he comes in with this next motion, with this the spinning outside crescent, let's move right over here. All I'm going to do, since I'm over at the side here, is I'm going to go into a Chinese L block this way and block it. So if he goes up high with that kick, it's blocked. If he goes down low or middle like what he did, it's blocked, okay? All right, and then for his last kick, he's going to come on in, and he's going to try to concentrate and go into the inside of me, okay? Inside of my thigh, inside of my gut, inside of my face, wherever he chooses to go, okay? All right, as far as where his target of choice is, okay? All right, so when this happens right from here, I'm just going to slip out of the way. So I wanted to kind of get in here, but what I'm doing is I'm going to block this, and at the same time, I'm going to catch it like this, just like this. Boom, okay? Just like that. All right, and we'll talk about why we're doing that in a minute. So, again, we're coming in with the wheel kick. We're doing a Chinese L. He comes in with his motion. I spin out of the way. I move that pad over here. See, I got that pad still out. He gave me that kick. Give me the rear kick again. Just like that. It's right there for him to hit, but I'm outside the zone, okay? He gives me that crescent kick. I move it this way. He gives me that last snap kick, and I move, and I hit down. Now, I'm trying to adjust, and I'm kind of probably moving a little bit weird, because I'm watching the video camera at the same time and I'm trying to adjust, okay? So my footwork might seem sloppy or seem like, oh, that ain't gonna work. All right, so anyways, here we go for this. He's got his kick up. Him and I are together this way, okay? He shoots that wheel kick up, boom. Now you can see what I'm doing here, guys, too. let's just talk about this for 1 second here. When he comes in, I'm actually blocking this out. This is the keeper right here, okay? This is the one that's really doing the main work as far as I'm concerned, all right? Don't concentrate on this as your block, why this does nothing. This is the main thing. This is the one that's the bite, okay? This is the one that's going to set us up for throwing. This is the, whatever the case is, this is the one that bites right here. Not that this isn't hurting either, but when you combine them two together, you have something even better response. So again, we're right from here, boom, he shoots down, he comes in with that spinning rear, I move out of the way. You see where I'm at right from here? He comes on in. Notice the Chinese L block, guys? The Chinese L block could have grabbed him. Could have grabbed him and stuffed him immediately. We could have ended it right then and there too. But we're not done yet. Okay, so let's move back just a little bit more right there. And he comes in with that last part. I grab and I'm elbowing. That's where that pad's coming in. Or, try it again, I come in and I elbow this, I'm pulling him on in. Or I can grab this, boom, and we call this elastica, where I'm coming up underneath it. So when he shuffles in with that snap kick, I'm just basically, boom, moving back and shooting my kick in on him, okay? And that is basically how we're gonna block on this again, okay? For orange belt line drill. Let's show it again. Real simple, okay? If you can't pick it up and you just gotta hold the pads, you're holding the pads. I just want you to get something on the other end for the people that are holding the pads, because if you notice, they're actually how to defend against these kicks, how to be able to, our counters towards them, okay? So again, right from here, wheel kick comes in, Chinese L, side step. I shouldn't really say side step, it was a slip step, okay? And I kept the pad out so he can kick it. He comes on in with his crescent. I just basically move Chinese L. He comes in with this, I move back, and I smack down. One more time again, and I'm just basically dropping it down, okay? In reality, I'm gonna give him that elbow. Okay, now another one is this one right from here, okay? And I'm gonna show you this technique right from here. He's gonna have his other leg forward, good. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna shuffle scoop kick, rear scoop kick, and pop up rear. Shuffle rear scoop kick, and pop up rear, okay? So when he's up together like this, say for instance, now here's the thing I love about the scoop kick, okay? The scoop kick for the rear part, when I'm shuffling up, to me it's like a medieval mace, okay? I could go to the calf, and let me tell you something, even kicking that low is devastating. You could kick up to the thigh, okay? You can kick up to the kidney area, boom, all right? You can, if it was on the inside, you could kick to the groin, okay? I like the scoop because not only does it hit like a mace, but if you carry it through, watch this, I'm gonna move you a little bit, okay? Boom, it'll pull, it kind of pulls, it like grabs because of the little hitch of your heel on the background that catches it and causes it to do it. And this is what this technique is a shuffle, rear scoop, pop up rear, okay? So imagine if I did take that back leg and scooped it, I got that other outside leg if I wanted to. If I was turn your legs this way so they're opposite, like this right there, good. All right, but move your leg back a little bit, yeah. So if I'm like this right from here, you can see I'm scooping in towards this thigh and I could shoot in, or this is what I used to really love the scoop kick for because it was a modified hook kick. So even if John's standing where he is right now, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my leg up this high anymore, but when I would come up, this leg would shoot up like a scoop, but it would come up, I'm gonna just move away from you for a minute here. When it would come up, it would catch from the back side of you, boom, as this hook would kind of come up. So if he was turned around backwards, this is where I would always catch it with, is I would turn backwards this way and swing this hook kick up and catch him right in the back of the head, right into the back of the kidney. A lot of times too, I'd catch him in the back of the tricep. That was devastating. Remember I used to do that already? Yes, okay. So anyways, I come on the back and just nail it and your arm is just done. Leg is done, okay? So anyways, if we look at this, spin around again for me. All right, so you're gonna shuffle rear scoop kick, okay? So shuffle backwards and then hook it. There's your scoop, no. There's your scoop, boom, and then pop up rear. Boom, okay? All right, and again, real fast. So shuffle it up, hook it, boom, and rear. Boom, and again. So this is another technique called shuffle, rear scoop, and pop up.